Hey, what's up, guys? Scott here, back with another video. Well, this is a big one. We are officially only 9 days away. I guess technically 8 days if you count the Thursday night premiere, but we are just a little over a week before the premiere, the worldwide release of Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness. And this movie looks awesome. Man, this movie is going to change the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as we know it in a lot of ways. So I kind of made a list of like what I was going to, kind of theories, and then for sure what's going to be in the movie. So, all right, first let's get the facts. So this movie is, now the multiverse I would say was kind of introduced in Spider-Man No Way Home, because obviously you had the two other Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, from different universes come to the main MCU universe to help Tom Holland's Peter Parker with that. So it was kind of introduced in No Way Home. But this movie, obviously, by the title, is just expanding on that tenfold. So you're going to have, and we've seen in the trailers, you're going to have like several different versions of different characters. Like there's several different versions of Doctor Strange that we've seen, and Wanda apparently, and who knows who else. You know, we're gonna see different versions of different characters we've seen on the main Earth. So this movie is multiplying the concept of the multiverse by tenfold from what was introduced in No Way Home. So yes. Now this movie is introducing a key character in that aspect named America Chavez. Now America Chavez is a relatively new character in the comics. But her powers are all about she can travel the multiverse. So it makes sense that they would introduce her in this movie. And so, yeah, she can travel the multiverse through different she can create portals. And so the multiverse is very tied to her powers. So, obviously makes sense that they would introduce her in this movie. Now, we don't know exactly what role she's going to play yet. But it seems like, obviously, she's going to play a big role in the movie. So they're introducing America Chavez. That's one huge thing. They're multiplying the concept of the multiverse as a whole by a lot in this movie. And then also, they've been very vague from the trailers about Wanda or Scarlet Witch's role in this movie. Is she going to be good? Is she going to be bad, or both? My personal theory is that, and a lot of other people's theories, but I'm going to go with the theory that she is being corrupted / possessed by some other force through, if you remember at the end of, spoilers for WandaVision, but that show's been out about a year and a half. So if you haven't seen it yet, then yeah, you probably won't watch it by this point. So, but spoiler warning. At the end of WandaVision, Wanda comes into possession of a book called The Darkhold. And in the comics, that book is a conduit. And she's studying it. At the end, we see her studying it to learn to control her powers and stuff. But in the comics, that book is a conduit for a demon named Chthon, who in the comics actually can possess and corrupt Wanda to try to return to Earth to take it over. So they might go that. So my theory is it's either one of two villains. My theory is either Chthon or the evil demon sorcerer Nightmare that is corrupting or possessing Wanda through the Darkhold to try to come through the Darkhold into the physical world, or return to Earth to try to conquer it, or the multiverse, whatever. So, but not good. So my theory is that she is being possessed or controlled by some other evil force in the movie, and I'm hoping that at the end, in the final act, we get to see like her break free, and her and Doctor Strange, and maybe even Wong, team up to fight this threat or whatever, whoever it is or whatever it is. That would be so cool. This movie would be a total missed opportunity if we do not get to see the two of the most powerful magic-based heroes in the MCU team up in some form or fashion. Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. I hope at the end we get to see that. That would be awesome. So anyway, so yes, my theory is that Wanda is being corrupted / possessed by some other evil force through the Darkhold. So there's that. And then this movie is also confirmed to introduce a version of the Illuminati, which is in the comics is a council of heroes that's formed to kind of like keep an eye. I don't remember the exact events that led to its creation in the comics. But obviously, but it had like heroes like Iron Man, Professor X, and Mr. Fantastic on it, and Namor the Submariner was part of it at one point. It was kind of created as a way to discuss as a council to discuss like future threats to the Earth, what would be the best course of action. So it's kind of the concept of it. This version of the Illuminati, though, is going to be like a multiversal Illuminati, where you'll have different characters from different universes coming together. So, now the one that's definitely been confirmed is Patrick Stewart as Professor X is back for this movie as a member of this version of the Illuminati. So, we haven't seen a whole lot of them from the trailers, obviously, because they don't want to reveal too much. But Professor X is confirmed for the movie. Patrick Stewart is back for this movie, at least. So that's very cool. And I think this movie is going to have all kinds, just being the multiverse of madness, this movie is going to have all kinds of crazy cameos that we can't even begin to imagine. Like, we might even see people we never even thought, So that would be really cool. And then the final thing, I think this movie is going to be great. The final thing, I think that Kang the Conqueror, who is confirmed to be the next overarching villain of the MCU, like Thanos was for the Infinity Saga, I think now he was kind of introduced in the television series Loki at the very end of season 1 of Loki. He was definitely kind of introduced there on the TV, on the Disney Plus side. But as far as the films, he has not been introduced yet. Now he's confirmed to be in Ant-Man 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. But I think he's confirmed to be the main villain of that film. But he's going to be an overarching presence in the MCU moving forward. So my theory is that he might be introduced in a post-credit scene for this movie. So setting him up, which will set him up as the next overarching threat. So that would be really cool. So anyway, guys, I'm super excited for this movie. It's got a lot going for it, a lot of mystery, but the special effects and the action look really cool. I love Wanda and Steven, Doctor Strange's characters. I can't wait to see their dynamic in this movie and what all's going on, what all they're going to show us. And hopefully in the post-credit scene, we'll get our first official movie introduction to Kang the Conqueror. So anyway, guys, the hype is real for this movie. 9 more days. And thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and peace out.